All right, so this is chapter 9, vlog number 9 for strategic management. Um, I got a good bit out of this. The main thing that I picked up on during the reading was the reward system in terms of like incentivizing people. Um, Incentivizing is huge. However, there can be drawbacks to it. Um, in my opinion, the best way to go about that, and at least what we do in our business, um, is like with different part. We're in different industries. Like we've got a service business and we've got a retail business as well. They're both in the same industry, just different business models. But anyway, so like with the service side, we incentivize based on, so we vaccinate and move chickens for 7 different companies in Arkansas. Tyson is one of those. But with our crews that do that, we incentivize them based on their performance. So if and the lack of like complaints. So if one crew doesn't have any complaints from company people, um, as far as like how they're giving the shots or whatnot. Um, if there's a crew that keeps their stuff clean and maintained and biosecure and they have no complaints, they're going to get bonus checks. They're going to get, and that's part of their incentive to do a better job is if if they do everything right, they will get bonus checks. I think it's once a quarter. Um, and then like on a retail side, like we give bonus checks based on based on sales and how well the employees are working. So if there's some employees that are not working as hard as others, then they will not get as big of a bonus, or maybe not a bonus at all, um, because our managers keep up with that, and they're the ones that really decide, okay, are you worthy of this or not? Um, and our managers get bonuses and incentives based on sales and a lack of having to go back and redo jobs that were not fixed properly the first time, or not done properly. That's just some examples of incentives that we do. Um, it can be great, and it is great. It typically drives employees to do better, to work harder, and do a better job, better quality of work. Um, but it can also be bad too because, like, just say for instance, in sales, or something like that, it's not all the time. It's not all the time, the employee's fault. I mean, you can't control necessarily if you have a record year of sales or not. So that can be bad. If there's a bad year or whatever and they don't get much, then that's not really good. Um, you've just got to structure it in a way that everybody knows that they have the opportunity to get some incentives if they do a good job. Um, and it helps keep the customers happy. Helps keep your employees happy, because when your employees are happy and doing a good job, everybody's happy. Um, and everybody, obviously, you got to make money, no matter who you are. So the more money that everybody can make, the better off everything will be. And that's just one of the things I picked up on was the incentives and motivating employees with different rewards. And it don't have to be money. It could be, you know, a paid lunch every Friday for a month, or, a day off, an extra day off for that month, or whatever. It could be anything. Um, but I have learned in my little bit of experience that incentives do help motivate and drive employees to do better. Um, so I think that that's a great thing to do. Because if your employee's sitting there working himself to the bone, and he's been doing it for 3 years, and the pay hadn't changed or nothing's changed, I mean, eventually that person's going to get burnt out, and they're going to get tired of it, and they're going to end up quitting. Because I know I would if I didn't know I was going to keep improving my life, then, I wouldn't stay there. So incentives are definitely great, and I think that more companies and more people need to be incentivized. I think that would make everything flow better. So that's all I've got for this week. Thanks.